vaksin untuk negeri Sarawak adalah bagaimana kita dapat melaksanakan program ini dengan cepat supaya apabila bekalan itu sampai ke negeri Sarawak, kita akan dapat menyuntik dengan lebih cepat lagi. Dengan itu, saya dan Datuk Ahmad Douglas telah bincang bahawa kita perlu mencapai satu kadar suntikan setiap hari di negeri Sarawak tidak kurang daripada 45,000 suntikan setiap hari. Dengan kadar purata tersebut, ini akan membolehkan kita selesaikan pemberian vaksin kepada penduduk negeri Sarawak pada sebelum akhir bulan Ogos. Oleh yang demikian, tumpuan akan diberikan kepada pembukaan pusat-pusat pemberian vaksin yang baru. Tumpuan juga akan diberikan kepada meningkatkan manpower capacity di PPV, termasuklah medical personnel, non-medical personnel yang diperlukan untuk kita mempercepatkan proses pemberian vaksin di negeri Sarawak. Kita juga telah bincangkan keperluan untuk membuka PPV industri di kawasan-kawasan perindustrian bagi kawasan-kawasan kilang dan juga PPV industri di kawasan-kawasan perladangan, iaitu untuk pekerja-pekerja ladang. PPV industri ini akan dibuka di in situ ataupun di tempat industri, sama ada di tempat kilang ataupun akan dibuka di tempat perladangan. Tidak memerlukan pekerja-pekerja mereka untuk pergi ke PPV awam yang lain. Dan kita akan mengadakan, kita telah menubuhkan satu jawatan kuasa kerja untuk menyelaraskan pembukaan PPV industri di negeri Sarawak. Kita juga akan meningkatkan lagi pemberian vaksinasi di negeri Sarawak melalui klinik-klinik GP dan juga di hospital-hospital swasta. Buat masa ini 23 klinik GP sudah pun bermula memberi vaksinasi di bawah program imunisasi kebangsaan. Maksudnya kos segala-galanya ditanggung oleh kerajaan. Dan manakala 5 hospital swasta telah pun bermula, dan kita akan meningkatkan kepada 39 private GPs dan juga 7 hospital swasta di negeri Sarawak. Dan jika ada keperluan, kita boleh tambah lagi klinik-klinik GP yang akan terlibat dalam program imunisasi COVID-19 kebangsaan. Kita juga akan menggerakkan mobile team, outreach team yang akan pergi ke kawasan pedalaman, ke kawasan longhouse dan lain-lain untuk kita memberi sasaran kepada penduduk-penduduk di kawasan pedalaman supaya mereka juga tidak tertinggal daripada menerima vaksinasi COVID-19. Saya juga telah arahkan supaya di negeri Sarawak kita mengamalkan sistem pendaftaran hybrid di mana sebahagiannya dilaksanakan melalui MySejahtera dan sebahagian lagi dilaksanakan secara manual oleh residen-residen yang ada di Sarawak untuk kita percepatkan proses pendaftaran terutamanya bagi mereka yang tidak ada peranti digital dan juga capaian internet di kawasan luar bandar. Saya harap dengan jaminan yang telah pun kita beri pada hari ini kepada negeri Sarawak, kita akan dapat melihat negeri Sarawak mencapai sasarannya pada akhir bulan Ogos dan akan menjadi negeri pertama yang akan selesaikan program imunisasi COVID-19 kebangsaan. Terima kasih, saya serah kepada Datuk Ahmad Douglas.
Terima kasih Yang Berhormat. Yang Berhormat Tuan Haji Khairy Jamaluddin, Menteri Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi, dan para media. Selamat petang, salam sejahtera, salam sayang. Pertama, saya bagi pihak rakyat Sarawak dan pihak CIPF Sarawak merekamkan penghargaan tidak terhingga kepada Yang Berhormat Tuan Haji Khairy Jamaluddin kerana beliau pada hari ini turun sendiri, turun Padang ke Kuching untuk mengadakan satu mesyuarat di antara CIPF Persekutuan dan CIPF Negeri. Bagi negeri Sarawak, harapan kita untuk memenangi peperangan melawan COVID-19 ini adalah to make sure the successful implementation of the COVID-19 National Immunization Program. Bagi negeri Sarawak, kita telah memberitahu kepada Kerajaan Persekutuan bahawa hasrat kita adalah untuk menyelesaikan pemberian vaksin ini pada penghujung bulan Ogos. Jadi pada hari ini kita terima kasih kerana Yang Berhormat Menteri datang sendiri dan memberitahu mengenai jadual-jadual for the delivery of the vaksin to negeri Sarawak. Kita merasa cukup kagum dengan perancangan itu dan kita berharap bahawa segala perancangan-perancangan yang kita telah buat dapat kita laksanakan dengan seberapa yang boleh. Bagi negeri Sarawak, kita telah pun do all our preparation to ensure that our target to achieve the successful vaccination by the end of August can be achieved. Ini bermakna jentera-jentera kita di bawah, our pusat pemberian vaksin, pegawai dan supporting services perlu disediakan dan ianya telah pun disediakan. Dan kita sehingga kini kita mampu untuk memberi sekurang-kurangnya 50,000 suntikan pada satu hari. So in that way we hope then the program can be successful. Banyak isu-isu yang ada jadi masalah dalam pelaksanaan kita dalam vaccination di Sarawak dan perbincangan pada hari ini telah menyelesaikan. Misalnya Menteri bersetuju bahawa kita ada hybrid registration system untuk menentukan bahawa segala pemberian vaksin ini akan berjalan dengan lancar dengan mengira keadaan di negeri Sarawak, di mana tidak semua yang dapat menregister melalui MySejahtera dan perhubungan kita pusat. Kita juga ucap terima kasih kerana beliau juga bersetuju bahawa pusat pemberian vaksin untuk industri dapat dilaksanakan dan beliau telah menunggu dan satu jawatankuasa penyelaras untuk negeri Sarawak. Dan dengan adanya jawatankuasa penyelaras ini, saya yakin program untuk memberi vaksin in situ kepada industri-industri ini dapat berjalan dengan lancar. Dengan adanya program ini, ianya akan membantu PPB awam atau PPB KKM di negeri Sarawak, maka kemampuan kita juga bertambah. Jadi saya yakin dengan beberapa keputusan yang dibuat pada hari ini, the vaccination, the immunization plan in Sarawak is set to reach its target with the full support of the federal government. Jadi once again, thank you very much Yang Berhormat for your unwavering support for Sarawak, for your commitment to help Sarawak. We really value your support. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Saya buka kepada apa-apa soalan.
AWANI.
Ya.
I just want to double check on you. Earlier on you said Sarawak will receive an estimated 2.2 million doses right before the end of August. Is that correct?
4.4, 2.2 times 2. Enough for Sarawak's adult population. We will send vaccines enough for Sarawak's adult population, yeah? Which the adult population, according to the census, is 2,084,678. But we'll send additional for buffer, just in case we have the foreign workers, undocumented migrants, and things like that.
Okay, so it's only the census is 2.4 million estimated. So the doses are enough for 2 times, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Good evening, Khairy. I'm Khairy from Urdu. Khairy, KJ, I have a few questions for you. Why is the federal government prioritizing Sarawak for vaccination for political reasons? Their election, especially, instead of based on COVID situation in states. Sarawak reported only 94 COVID deaths this month, 3 times lower than Selangor's 309 deaths. So, why Selangor is the second lowest vaccination coverage, even though Selangor has the biggest targeted population, highest GDP, second highest vaccine registration coverage? And can you please give breakdown on the total vaccines delivered to states so far? Which are the top 3 states and bottom 3 states? What are the criteria used to determine how many vaccines each state or territory receives?
Yeah, let me answer this question. First, our commitment to the Sarawak state government does not in any way take away from any vaccines that we plan to deliver to the other states. Yeah? And I can give my assurance to the people in Klang Valley that we will also be picking up the pace of vaccinations in Selangor and in KL, especially in Selangor, which is ground zero for COVID infections right now. But I think it's very important for me to raise this point. It is not a political point, but it's a legal requirement. And it's also a public health issue. And I want to explain this very clearly. Should the emergency end on the 1st of August, as it has been announced, then at that point in time, Sarawak, by law, needs to hold its state elections within 60 days. I'm correct, yeah, Douglas? Sarawak needs to call for its elections within 60 days. That is by law. So with that in mind, there needs to be some form of accelerated vaccinations for the state of Sarawak. Because if the emergency ends on the 1st of August, and that is the indicative time frame of the emergency, then Sarawak will have to have state elections. Now, I don't know if you remember what happened during the Sabah state election. If the state of Sarawak is not fully vaccinated, by the time they have their state elections, then not only the state of Sarawak, but the entire country of Malaysia is at risk of another wave. And we cannot afford that. So it's not a political matter of preference, rather it's a legal requirement for Sarawak to have its elections 60 days after the emergency is lifted. And as I said, we do not, with this accelerated pace in Sarawak, it does not take away from our commitment in accelerating vaccinations in Selangor and other red states like Penang, Johor, and Negeri Sembilan, and all the other states. I'll be visiting every single state again over the next few weeks to give the federal government's commitment that we will accelerate vaccinations in all states. Thank you.
Hi, Annabelle here from KJTV. My question is for YB, KJ, and also YB Douglas. Now YB, KJ has assured that you will be enough doses for everyone. Does this mean will Sarawak continue to buy the Sinovac vaccine from Pamanera? Are those, I think it was 500,000 doses and then another 500,000 doses. Is Sarawak government still going to go through with that? Yeah, and my question for YB Douglas, as YB KJ explained, after the emergency is lifted, there will also, Sarawak has to have its elections, and now we are seeing that Sarawak should finish, hit its target by end of August. Does that mean that the Sarawak election will be held after that, after the target is hit? Thanks.
Yeah, I'll let Datuk Douglas answer the questions. The timing of the election is entirely up to, of course, the government. I just mention it because it's a question of public health. And should the legal requirement kick in August, I want to ensure that Sarawak is fully vaccinated, one. Secondly, on the state government's plan, I've given the assurance to the state government that the federal government can deliver by August. And the state government has responded by saying that they will take the supply from the federal government.
Yeah, on the purchase, we will take the supply from the federal government. So today we are very pleased that the Muhammad have indicated to us the delivery, the promise to deliver all that is required by Astro. On the state election, as been mentioned, we if the emergency ended 1st of August, that means our council negeri term also end from at that time. and then from there we leave it to the election commission to decide when is the election.
Sorry, that first part about the Sinovac vaccine tadi tak dengar, sorry.
Yeah, we have enough. The minister promised that giving us enough for our requirement.
So will the Sinovac state government still have to buy the 500,000 doses from Bangladesh, the Sinovac vaccine?
At the moment, we are not. We take the word of our minister that he is giving us all that is required.
Meaning the sale won't go through? Will you still buy from Bangladesh?
I answered your question already.
You already said no. How many times do you want him to say the same thing?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Ada lagi?
Wadi, Jennifer from Malaysia. Wadi, since the Sarawak state government, you are able to plan out the vaccination for workers in industrial and ladang areas. By any chance, there are plans to also extend this to, say, for example, personnel working in large-scale commercial areas, shopping malls, and so on?
Yeah, we are also looking at in situ immunization for places where there are many people. I recently had a discussion with the Malaysian Shopping Mall Operator Association, where they also are offering their shopping malls to do immunization of their retail staff. So we can offer the same services for Sarawak as well. As long as there are a lot of concentration of workers, we can set up quickly. We can get the private GPs in to do the inoculation. That's also a model that we can do. The main thing is we want to do this as quickly as possible.
Okay, thanks, Wadi.
Okay? All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Terima kasih.